Hi there, everybody. Welcome back to TGWPIS FC. Not the Swifts. Definitely not the Swifts, but if you want to see the Swifts, there you go. Take a look there. Great series. Absolute scenes all the way through. If you want to see me mispronounce a guy's name for 140 episodes, that's where you want to go. Lillian Farrell. Guy's name was Lyle, but we know him by Lillian Farrell, and he's one of our own. Speaking of one of our own, welcome to us coming back to the FAV's fifth round versus Crawley Green. And a game that's had me thinking a lot, mainly because if you looked at our form lately, since you guys were last here, well, there's something you may have noticed here. We've been shipping a lot of goals. We lost to Potton United 2-1. Now, granted, Arthur put us forward, but Michael Johnson on a 6.3, and I just got him to sign a contract for another year for £75 a week. And I'm starting to regret that decision a little bit here. So I've thought about the team, and I've kind of redone it a little bit. If you look here too, well, it's short by position, Michael Johnson. If you look at him, he's shipped 7 goals in the last 5 games. Now, this guy has been money for, once again, he's been money for us. He's got 11 clean sheets, and he's only conceded 17 in 23 appearances. So I can't fault him too much. But 7 of those 17 have come in the last 5 league appearances. It's just difficult, and he's like got an average rating of 6.72. This is a guy that's putting up 7. He's got a 7.05. So questions are asked of him. But hopefully I've set up the defense to help him out. Another thing that I've been doing, if we look at the squad here, and the board have kind of started to hint at, once you kind of hit February, you can kind of start to see the board is going to give me about $1,600K per week in wages, which is about what we have right now, and $202 in transfer budget. We've sold some players. We've got 2,222, which is nice. But this is something I wanted to show you guys, and something that I will be pondering over the next couple of episodes is this. So, right now, if I were to highlight all of them to here, we essentially have 32 players out of contract at the end of the season. Almost all of them, except for one, Josh Haman, which we're going to sign to another contract. The guy has an average rating of 8.64 and has 13 assists in 10 games for us. We want to sign back, but everybody else, there is this kind of, what do we do? Ben and Caffrey's already gone. Yaroslav is leaving at the end of the season because me and him have had a fallout about me wanting to transfer for Illistim, and he hasn't been training well. But there's a lot of players here. And if you look at kind of the people who we have on contracts, we've got Rowan McDonald, Michael Johnson. Oh my God, Michael Johnson. Casa, Mark, Roman, Luke Hunt, Barry Moore, Jake Bevan, Zoltan, Artur, Daniel, Luke Konis, and Ryan Attard. So we can almost make a starting 11 with our contracts here. Almost. Where the rest of this team, we're going to be very picky and choosy. Now, Ellis and Otto, we just signed, and could be him and Shackelford could be our wingbacks. And that could essentially sum up the team pretty well. But there's a lot of these players who I'm looking at, like Sean Boyle. I probably want to re-sign him. He's consistent, but he's unambitious, which just means he won't improve a lot. But he's consistent, and he's a left-footed center back who's 6 foot. And there's something to be said. It's difficult to find decent left-footed center backs. Phil Devine, very inconsistent player, but he's a team player. and he's got good aggression. Alan McCockney, once again, he's consistency and injury issues, but he's a good team player, and he can do some passing. The question becomes, do we let these guys go? And if we do some quick math here, pull up a calculator. We have 32 players, 30 players, because we're assuming we're re-signing. We're not going to re-sign Ellis and Raheem, but assuming that Brennan Caffrey goes, and we already counting him out, and we re-sign. No, it'll be 31, because we need to count his wages, because we're paying his wages now. So it'll be 31, but assuming we re-sign Haman, 31 times 20, that's $620 of wage bill that we get back, that we can then look to reinvest into the club, and we'll be a step higher in the league, which will be something. So we'll be a step higher, which means a higher reputation, which means more likelihood of us bringing in players that are a little bit better. And let's be honest, this is everybody. This is including our under 18s. This is everybody at the club. I won't choose him because he's a trialist. We have 34 players. At a lower league side, that's too many. We should have a first team, subs, a few extras, and then maybe one or two guys in the youth team. So I'm going to be pretty brutal when it comes to some of these guys. Like, I love Alexandros. I really do. The fans like him a lot too. But he's got 5 finishing. He can only play as a striker. And he's unambitious. Or he's not unambitious. He's balanced, but we're not going to have the facilities to help him grow. So we have to think long and hard about how we're going to develop the team going forward. Right? So today, why is that like that? This is how we're going to line up against, what is it? Crawley Green. Do that. Balance, blah, 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 blah. That's fine. A little bit of a change of system. Well, not a change of system. We're keeping the system the same, but we have 7 subs. Nice. Awesome. Love 7 subs. But the fact that we've been shipping so many goals, I wanted to kind of do a little bit of a change in the midfield. We've been playing Daniel a lot in the midfield, which is good, but I think he's starting to get a little tired out. So and Boyle has been complaining about wanting to play some football. And let's be honest, Sean Boyle is not a bad player. So we want to get him in on there because we've been having some lack of height issues in this. Zoltan is our height. Is our height. He's 6'4" in the middle, and he just wins headers all days. The guys try to limp the ball to their striker. He's there. That's what I love about him. So I want to bring him in, move Christensen, who we've been playing on left center back, over here to the right of center back, and then bring Boyle in at the left center back role because he's naturally left-footed. We've got Shackelford and Ianato, Haman, and then McDonald, who can play as a ball-winning midfielder. I'm moving him up. Midfield center, midfield roles, ball-winning midfielder on support. So he can play that role, and he can play it pretty well. And I think with his pace and everything, that might help us a little bit more. Haman keeps his place. He's been absolutely insane for us. Mark is in that advanced playmaker role or attacking mid role, but we've got our boy, Darlin Casa, on the bench if we need him. And of course, we'll probably end up saying 6 times this episode, why am I not starting Casa? Hunt and Moisavoyan have been the strike partnership, and I think they've paired very well together. If you look at kind of all the other strikers, Roman is good, but we've come to find out a little something about him. As good and determined as he is extremely inconsistent. So he may be somebody who we look to move on to, really trim down our striking options. Because our 2 strikers right now are Hunt and Moisavoyan, and Hunt is consistent, but also he's not a guy who has he's not a good finishing, and not even great passing stats. But he's good enough to be a deep line forward at our level, and he can always turn into a pressing forward. That's the other thing. We can always make him be like a pressing forward on attack. Artur is just Artur. The man is a machine. 24 goals in the league, 38 goals and 35 appearances and 10 assists. I think his assist numbers are kind of the surprising thing about him. He is a club legend. I've looked at the screen that talks about it. He is the only legend at the club right now, and you can see why. I mean, just history-wise, we just look at his career stats. He's 70 goals in 58 games and 14 assists. And this is just the league. Like last year, he scored 56 goals. You know, he's our lower league carry striker. There's going to be a point where he just can't do it anymore, and it's going to be a sad day. But until then, we absolutely love him. Oh, the bench is Attard, Savic, Barrymore, Lukakonis, Devine, Casa, and Pavardis. They actually, at one point, I needed an emergency striker, and they actually had me put Casa in. They're like, oh yeah, Casa could play advanced forward. I'm like, not really. But I like him there. But not really. Yeah, there's a couple players I want out. There's a couple transfers I've listed. There's a couple of players I've asked to bring on loan, or not on loan, on trial, that we may see. But really, just the one change, just to try and change things up, get the midfield to be more defensively sound, get some height into the defense, and hopefully get it so Johnson can start saving some balls. So, obviously, also new wingback on the left-hand side. He's only played 2 games for us. He's played well. He's played all right. He hasn't lit the world on fire, but I think that's also because he's developing into the system here, and that's why you see a lot of those downward arrows, because he hasn't played in a while. I'm excited to see where they go with this. Merson sends the ball long here. Zoltan jumps a little early. Hitchison's there. Johnson, easy save. That's a shot. That's a shot on target, too. Oh, my God. But yeah, we have... I needed a little bit more from our defense, and I thought McDonald has been great for us at wide center back. He absolutely has. But I think now we've been losing a little bit with him there and him having a little bit more creative tendencies and essentially being the best player at the club. We needed to start to get him in a role where he could affect more change on the game, and moving him in the midfield as a ball-winning midfielder. He could also box-to-box. I've thought about turning him into a box-to-box. Might be best. Also, we needed more height in the defense. Both, having 5'11" guys be there, well, okay and good for guys you want to have quick, it may be worth having somebody who could do a little bit more with his height. Oh, as Artur was in. You can see once again, you can see the Luke Hunt kind of like getting the ball, sending a first-time ball through. We're getting shots, and then that's the other thing about the games we play. We were getting shots. If you look at the XG, you look at the shots on target, we get shots, and we get the ball, and we have the possession a lot of the time. But sometimes we just don't do anything with it. Shackelford ball in. Oh, God, that ball usually at the back post is kind of the thing. I kind of wish my wingbacks went to the byline. Like right here, look, Shackelford's going to run forward. He's not going to beat his man. He's going to pull this up short and go to the midfielder. Where I wish he could have just gone to like the byline and just sent in a first-time cross. Because, like, look, we have like 3 guys standing essentially at the penalty spot, and now we've lost the ball here. McDonald collects because he is the ball-winning midfielder, and Mark tries to finish. But that's what he's done. That's what we've had to do here. We've had to collect, basically assign a guy as another person to help out. But now also having Boyle and Zoltan both on corners means we're going to have guys who can actually, head the ball in. Shackelford apparently... What is it with this team wanting to direct all of our play down the right-hand side? If you look at kind of our action zones, a lot of our action has been down the right. Almost no play down the left, unless it's defending. And they must see that. Yeah, like, look, we have, like, no play down the left. It's not good enough. It's unacceptable. It's a very boring half of football for you guys. Granted, could we be a second half team? Who knows? Once again, Haman's performance may be a little bloated here. I'm glad to see an auto is... Oh, goddamn. I'd like to see them pick it up a little bit. Maybe we push it. I have been pushing it to attacking a little bit more, just to try and get a little more out of them. As time is just ticking away here. All right. So, you're probably saying, what are you doing, Jim? Well, I'm doing this. I'm making a change. I'm bringing on somebody who I know is a dynamo, who know it can make some change, who can really affect the game here. And I know he can play as a box-to-box. Actually, a deep line playmaker wouldn't be too bad. And then Mark... play him as the Midzala on attack. Just to get more people running forward. We know Casa is a dynamo. We know he's a game changer. He can come in and just pull out the crazy. That means he's got 18 flair. Of course, he pulls out the crazy all the time. But we kind of need that right now. We need something different, a different look. And hopefully... Oh, good. Haman. Ball in. Hunt came in flying out of nowhere. Mark is on it here. McDonald. Take the shot on. Or cross it. Mark's first time ball in. That's cleared. Okay, McDonald. You can take the shot on again now. Nope, he finds more. He gets it to Casa. Do I need to say it? I'm going to have to say it, aren't I? Why are we not starting this guy more? Why are we not? Guy just gets himself into positions to be annoying. I mean, he's great to come off the bench and just cause havoc. Is what he does. And let's not shot. Mark's not going to get the assist there, but let's be real. Mark deserves the assist there. But it's just absolutely crazy that, like... Oh, God. Please don't. Thank you, Johnson, for actually making a save. Roll it out. Roll it out. Thank you. You have... At least he distributes the center backs. There have been plenty of times where I've seen keepers just, like, bunk it long. Oh, he almost had a brace. Casa, my man. More. Mark Musavoyan. More. Hana Asi Hamam Christensen. More. Christensen. I realize I have two guys there who are not left-footed. More. Can you get the cross in? Nope. Christensen finds Mark. Shackelford. Low-driven cross. Thank you. Shuff. McDonald makes a good tackle. There we go. Shackelford's on a yellow. Not much I can do about that. I brought my wing back on. Should have brought more than one on the bench, but you live and you learn. Haman's having a great game. Mark, Casa, I mean, let's be honest. Haman's going to get the man of the match right now, but Casa came in and changed the game here. Shackelford's going to collect that easy. Hunt's going to collect this. Good chop in here. Gets it back here to Shackelford. Oh, okay. I'm worried about that. Zoltan wins the header. Not surprised there. Haman, ball over here for Mark. Mark will find Moore. Moore is going to have to cross with his left. Musavoyan, I mean, pokes a toe at it. Moore again. Bad choice by the keeper. He's on it. Mark. Moore. Cross over here to Shackelford. It's going to have a shot. Why don't you? Wide open like that, but he can't keep it down. And this is a rarity. As of late, we are going to protect a 1-0 win. Rashid Shackelford apparently gets an 8.4. and his man on the match. But mine goes to Darlin. Because Darlin does what Darlin does. Comes in and wins us the game. Because that's what he does. That's what he does. He shows up and goes, don't worry, I got this. Ain't no stopping us now. Gonna win this game somehow. Just finds a way to win it. Man, there's gonna be one guy in the media here, and I've got to wait this long to talk to him. Decent result. On to the next. Yep. Shackelford did it. Yep. Shackelford. Need more players like Shackelford. We have won. Great win for us. Get in there. Nobody's hashtag chuffed about this. Well, that's to be fair. Not really a game to be hashtag chuffed about. So I told you guys, what did you want? And apparently Coventry United are in second place now. So they haven't been dropping some games. So it is a good time to find them and take them on. And I will play Wellingborough off camera, and I will see you guys in a second here for that. And then we should also talk about like the games I played in between, right? Because, you know, these games were all here, and they were all wins except for the Potton United loss. Potton United, for whatever reason, is our bogey team. They've played us difficult, and I think is the team we've given up the most goals to. So, yeah. That's with Cohen United 6-3. I'll see you guys for the Coventry United game in just a sec. That was an interesting game. Yeah, so we played in the United Counties League Trophy quarterfinal against Wellingborough, and we won 2-1. And you want to know what? It was the subs that got the goals for us. Roman has 6.5 and didn't do anything. Reyes got a start, but then got injured, broke his lower arm. He's out for 3 to 5 weeks. So, youth prospect. Might not re-sign him because, you know, injury prone. But Divine got a goal off of some deflection, and then our bar Dalbar, the Croat, scored an absolute worldie. And this guy, you know, he hasn't played too many games for us. He's basically played in the United Counties League, like, and us once, and like he's scored every game he's played. So he may have just gotten himself a contract because he's out at the end of the year supposedly. But I might give this guy another go because he's got some interesting attributes and looks like he might be able to do something. So he may have just signed himself a contract. Where Roman, I mean, I'm probably gonna look to sell him because he just didn't do anything on the day. And that's just kind of sad. Like he's fallen that far down on the estimation chart. But here we are. Coventry United, still second place. And the team is very much the same that you saw last time. Because why mess with the good thing? It did pretty well. It looked like it got a win. I'm waiting for, you know, connections to start to form with these guys. They have been playing so often together. But, you know, same team. Barrymore, Luca Conas, Pravadis, and Dino Guest all on the bench. And let's just jump right into it. Casa got an injury and is out for 3 to 4 weeks. So we can't start Casa. So we don't have to make that decision. We don't have to talk about that today. About why we're not starting him. Well, he's injured. So we actually physically can't start Darlin. Red shirts and green pants. That's a bold statement if I ever saw one. Nope. Come on, ball in. Zoltan. Good start. My assistant manager wants us to play balanced, so I'm willing to give that a shot because maybe if we're not trying to push the ball so far up the pitch so quickly, that might allow us to kind of find more of a break them down a little bit more. Who knows? It's worth checking out, but if it doesn't work out, then we may want to look at it and just go and play like we normally do, positive or even attacking, and just push the ball up the field. It does look like we have control of the game, at least, And it looks like we're playing majority, if you in the average positions, we're mainly playing in their half, which is good, but it's not like, not seeing any goal scoring opportunities here. Defending is great, and keeping them out of our side is great, but like, you know, oh, they're going to score their first shot on target, aren't they? Nope, Zoltan's going to clear it. Zoltan's going to clear it again. Worldy? Yeah, I tried it. Didn't work out. By the way, should I just do this now? I've been, we've talked about it, and I keep using his name this way. Set nickname. Zoltan. Hey, I'm happy about that. It's the Zoltan. It's in the middle of the defense. Shackelford finds Mark. Back here to Shackelford. To McDonald. Ball in. No! Looping header by Musavoyan almost goes in. And it's a goal kick. And I'd like to see something happen here. We may have to go attacking. I'm surprised that this formation doesn't create more opportunities. This just might also be like roughly around this time of the season, you start to kind of hit the fatigue spiral. And you start to hit like kind of like just the players. I don't want to say being complacent, but they're complacent. Especially when you've had so much of a winning season. I'm far from pleased with what I just saw. The ability to make there and really go get it today. You have the ability to make it go out there. Ability to go out there and do it. Perfect. Shit sandwich. Yell at them. Praise them. Yell at them. And by yell at them, I mean demand more of them in the second half. Demand more. Kick this up to attacking. Let's up the tempo, boys. Push it. Let's go. We obviously are the better team. Let's show it. By the way, this is a home game. 442. That's almost close to us maxing it out. Sad to say that they're getting a very tepid performance from us, but, well, what are you going to do? Anato is really not looking up for it on the left back roll. 6.3, Jesus. Problem is, I'm going to have to keep him out there because Shackelford is just shattered. Barrymore out. Good, we brought the back up the right foot. Good. Good, yes, good. How is Hunt playing? Hunt is playing horribly. Alexandros. Go. You are the deep line forward. We know you can do that. Boyle, is this before the changes? Musavoyan? Yeah, because Hunt's still on there. I see number 9. Ball over the top. Artur. Tight angle. Doesn't really get it. Shackelford doesn't run forward to press the guy either. Are we pressing? Yeah. Telling him to press often. Okay. And we have counter press on, and we have counter on. Zoltan. Come on. Boyle. Elnado. Tries to find Musavoyan. Ball gets get out, and Christensen just leisurely jogs back. Dangerous pass to Boyle. Can we? Yes. McDonald. Mark. Musavoyan in the channel. I do have this on shorter passing, by the way. Moore. Good tackle. Christensen. Zoltan. McDonald. Alexandros. That's a good ball for Mark. And it's now a souvenir in Rosette. We're probably going to need that back. Greaves, Kelly, Bertrand Diaz. Christensen was the header. McDonald. Mark, what the hell is that pass? This guy's supposed to have vision and decent passing. Musavoyan. It seems like the game plan has just been get the ball to Musavoyan as Mark misses to the wide to the left. Yeah, it's just been get the ball to Artur and see if he can't do anything with it, which is fine. I'm all about that game plan. But when Artur is like just not having it, yeah, let's bring Luka Konas out there and have him play as a wing back. Let's at least have him play on his dominant foot. Because this guy just isn't doing it. I'm just pulling him. And Daniel immediately gets injured. This is going to be a 0-0. 1 versus 2. 19 shots, 8 on target. Johnson has to make a save on a free kick. This is going to be a 0-0. Anytime. Jesus, that almost went all in. You just press the attack. Go for it. I think we haven't had a win in 2 league games. Should have won the West match. There's no excuses. And you're abysmal. You deserve to come off. Harsh, maybe, but I mean, 6.3, he was playing like crap. I signed him to be the starting left back. He has all the talent to do so. He's more talented. He's got better statistics than all of our other left wing backs, but he's played like crap. And we could have really gone ahead, almost sealed the title. Almost could have sealed the title. This team played like utter crap. And then we are winless in our last 2 league games. The first, I mean, obviously, oh, James, you're still won a ton of games. Yeah, but you can't do that in this league. You can't do that in this division. We got 2 games in hand, sure, but that's a game we should have won. We should absolutely have won, and it's absolutely horrible. So the plan is come back for Bishop Cleves. If we don't come back for Bishop Cleves and we come back before then, it's because we have a chance to win the league. So I'll bring you guys the league winning game unless it's Bishop Cleves. I kind of hope we would have it done before then, but you never know. So, is this a home game? No, this was an away game. That makes sense why there's so many fans. Well, then, until next time. I've been James, you've been you, this has been TGWPIS FC. It's not how good you are, it's how good you want to be, which I better hope will be some of these guys because we're not going to be renewing contracts if that's the case. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.